Guys, I don't know what kind of bird that is up there, but it is big. What is that? What is that thing? If anybody knows, let me know. It's hanging out in the tree up there. It's a big one. It's beautiful though. Looks good. I just don't know what it is. And there it goes. And, where is it? All right, well, since I took that video of that prehistoric creature up there in the sky, I found out what it was. At first I thought it was a toucan. It looked like a toucan, but I didn't know if Cambodia even has any of those, at least out in the wild. But I went to my bird guy. Yes, I have a bird guy, and my buddy Steve, I sent him the video and he said, no, that's a great hornbill, native to Southeast Asia, and very big, pretty birds. It was weird seeing one in the city though. Normally that's not their, not the place they like to hang out, although somebody else said that there are flocks of them in certain areas of Phnom Penh and also on the island. You can see whole flocks of these birds out in the wild, and that would be pretty awesome to see that, because this one seems to be separated from his flock and just kind of jumping from tree to tree, limb to limb. Probably got separated, but still, I've never seen one before, so as always it was a first for me. And I'm glad that that got to happen. The second thing I want to say is that I want to show all of you the cover for my new book coming out. It'll probably be out in May or thereabouts. And I made a little cover. That might change, but I just wanted to get something out there and to show everybody what I'm working on. So here it is right now, my cover for my book, The Things That Happen at Night, Short Horror Stories. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. But I wanted to make this video to let you know, if you're over here in Cambodia and you're going to work, you have an EB visa extension, that the deadline for your work permit has been extended till the end of the month. So you only got a couple days to get that done. Work permits work a little bit differently than your visa or your visa extensions. So if you are coming over here and you do plan on either starting a business or working somewhere, it's important that you know this. This only applies if you have an EB visa extension. That will be the one you need if you want to work or make money in from inside Cambodia. But if you do have an EB visa extension, you are required to have a work permit. And to get a work permit, you either if you're starting your own business, you'll have to register it in Cambodia and have documentation of that. If you're working for someone else, like you're going to be a teacher working at a school, you'll have to get a letter from that company, organization, NGO, whatever it is that you're working for. And you will also need a health certificate. You'll have to get a health checkup, a physical. This can be done at almost any clinic in town. It'll be between $15 and $25 depending on where you go. It's a very basic physical, nothing intrusive. They just want to make sure you're in good enough health so you're not going to die on your job on your first day. Stuff like that. But you can get that, like I said, at almost any clinic. Should only take you, depending on how busy they are, should only take you about an hour. Then you get your clean bill of health. So you take all those documents and you can go to either a travel agency if you want to pay a little extra money for them to process it, or you can take it directly to the Ministry of Immigration yourself, and they'll issue you a work permit. Now, I believe it's $100 for the work permit, and that's good for a year. But this is where it differs from your visa or your visa extension. When you get your visa or your visa extension, it is date specific. Like if you arrive on April 2nd of this year, your initial visa will be good for 30 days from the day you receive it. So it would be good until the 2nd of May, let's say. And then you would get your extension added to that, and that could be good for almost up to a year. Hey, buddy. So you can renew that every year or whatever on the day that you initially received it. It's good for one full year. Work permits do not work like that. They don't work on the day they're issued. There's a certain time of every year. There's a certain time every year that you have to renew it. Generally, I believe normally it's you have until the end of January of each year. But like I said, they've extended it this year because of the pandemic and people just getting their EB visa extensions again. They've extended it for until the end of this month. So that might, if you're coming over here to work for something like that, then the timing of you arriving, you might want to think about. Because let's say you get over here in November, you find a teaching job, you have your EB visa extension, you're going to get your work permit, that's all great, that's good. You have it all in hand. But essentially in January, you're going to have to get another one for that year. So you're basically spending the same amount of money to have a work permit that's only going to be good for a couple months if you happen to get it like in November. So you might want to think about the timing there a little bit. When you want to arrive, when to start looking for your job and things like that. Now I know you can also go to a travel agency and get a self-employed work permit. That's what one of my friends did. He got his 1-year visa extension, EB visa extension. He got his a 1-year self-employed work permit to go with that, since he doesn't have a job and he doesn't have a business. And I think he said that cost I want to say $500. I think that's what he said, something like that. But it's good for a year. At least it's good. Well, it's good for this year because he got it after the first of the year. So then when he goes to get a job next year, he will have to change it from self-employed. He'll have to get one, just a regular work permit if he gets his job between now and then. But yeah, it's not really too much of a hassle getting a work permit here, but it's something you have to do if you have an EB visa extension. Because if you get your EB visa extension and don't have your work permit, you will be fined by the government. You'll be fined for every year you've had an EB extension in your passport without having a work permit. you'll be charged proactively or reactively the $100 a year for every year, plus a fine on top of that. So yeah, you want to be sure to get one if that's your plan. If you're going to get an EB visa extension, be sure to get your work permit. Otherwise, they're going to slap you with fines so hard you're going to feel like Chris Rock at the Oscars. And I don't want any of you to feel that pain. So just a little word of warning, a little word of caution. Get that work permit if you're on an EB visa extension. And if you do come like near the end of the year and you don't want to spend the extra money just to have it for a few months, your best bet might be to get an EG visa extension. That's a visa extension that is good for, I believe, up to 6 months. You can get it one time, and that does not require a work permit. But you can easily change that EG extension into an EB extension in country whenever you want. So it depends on your purpose for coming over here. And if you have an ER visa extension, you don't need a work permit or any other documentation or anything like that, because you will be a retired person. Going by here, what, Palanca? Some kind of ceremony going on over there. And you can tell that from two ways. First, the chanting over the loudspeakers, and second, in the air is a really thick smell of incense. All right, I think that's all I wanted to say for right now. Just wanted to be sure to let you guys know, if you are coming over here to work, what you need to do. Get your work permit. It'll take about a day to get all the paperwork and stuff together, but then you have it, and if you time it right, it'll be good for a year, or most of a year, and at least, before you have to do that all over again. Alright, be sure to check out all my links down below. There are links to my PayPal, Ko-Fi.com, or you can join my Patreon. And if you do those things, what I'll do for you is send you weekly exclusive videos. I'll send you copies of my stories for my new book before anybody else gets to read them. First draft. As soon as I'm done, I'll send them to you. And other stuff throughout the week. All exclusive just for my supporters, because I appreciate each and every one of you. And it means a lot to me. I also got other channels vlogging from this part of the world. They are down below. All my social media, my other YouTube channel, if you're into that kind of thing, and other good stuff down there. You can also buy my previous books individually. There are links below for each one down there, right down there in the description. So be sure to just check out all that stuff down there and see what you like. Yeah, that's pretty. Reading a good book is like taking a journey. I agree. I think they're going to put one of these on every section of wall. They got some done. 1, 2, 3, 4. They got 5 done so far. Then, as you can see, they got many more to go over there. Over there. Looking good. All right, I'll talk to you guys in the next one.